This is how much I've lost with Jenny Craig. 34 kilos of pizza. Now I've lost the weight, I feel dangerous. Seriously, I've got so much energy to do anything I want. Guys, put the pizza down, pick up the phone and call Jenny.
James, do you think the equation is simply you've got to win your last three games?
I'd say so. Like you might get a bit of luck somewhere, and you might only have to win two. But yeah, look, we think we need to win every game, and obviously no more important game than tomorrow against Carlton.
You've got three big games at the MCG, but the team didn't appear to be running on top of the ground last week. Are you confident there's enough sort of energy in this group to perform in another 3 weeks?
Yeah, definitely. I think the quality of play we've brought back in over the last 2 weeks and the freshness they should have in their legs means that we should have that ability to run on top of the ground. And whereas last year we had a pretty good record at Etihad and didn't have a great record on the bigger grounds, I think this year we've been a lot better on those bigger grounds. So that's a positive, and we love playing the MCG and very excited about the game tomorrow.
With those three guys you're bringing in, will they definitely play?
They'll definitely play.
Yeah, and any concerns about match fitness?
Not really. They've all been worked pretty hard. I mean, Stance has only missed 2 weeks, and he's an elite runner. Paddy, when you're running around the oval, he doesn't run very well anyway. But put a footy in front of him, and he's the fittest guy on the ground. And Zach is an extremely fit player. So, and also Carl Hooker's only missed 1 game. So those 4 guys are all ready to play, and very excited about having some real quality back in the team. Yeah, it's on paper exactly. It's a very strong team, strongest team almost we can field, barring 1 or 2. But just feel like we're getting back on par with most other clubs. 1 or 2 injuries rather than 10 injuries, and I think that gives you a good chance in big games like there is tomorrow.
Given it is a big game, is that the reason you bring these other actors up? Almost 7 months out instead of playing with the
Yeah, we think the quality of the player and the work he's done on the track and the work he's done throughout his rehab brings him back in. He's prepared very well since he's been out. If he hadn't prepared as well, no matter what his name was, we wouldn't be playing him. But the preparation he's put in means that we're very confident he'll play well tomorrow.
You've had to make sort of 4 or 5 changes really every week for probably a month or so. Has that had an impact on the team's ability to run that game?
Well, I think we ran at the Adelaide game very well. I think only 2 weeks ago we were the stronger team in the second half, and we're going better stronger team in the last quarter, and we're going better as the siren went than probably Adelaide were, who are notoriously one of the fittest teams in the competition. We didn't run out the game well last week, but I think that was as much to do with the way we moved the ball and the way North Melbourne kept the ball off us and made us, I think they had 100 more disposals than we were chasing, and that is always harder than when you've got the ball. So we're confident we can run the game out, and we're confident in the freshness. Our sort of last 2 weeks, I think we've made 7 or 8 changes in 2 weeks, and that'll bring to the team.
Yeah, like it seems like summer's a bit of a turning point. Were you a bit surprised about this point in the second half versus last week?
North Melbourne are a very good team. They've improved, and they've got a style that if you can't combat their run and carry, which we couldn't, they'll get to 100 points pretty quickly. So, we played against a good team. We're beaten by a team that played better than us. Saying that, would have liked to win. It would have made an easy situation, but we've got another opportunity this week against Carlton, and I think there's no need for me to talk up how much rivalry there is between the clubs, how big the games have been over the last sort of 12 months even, and I'm sure this will be another big one.
What do you think of Carlton? I think the sort of common thought was you can sort of beat them up a bit last time, and 2 of their players said they won't forget what Lonergan did with karate. So you expect possibly some fireworks?
I don't know. That's up to them whether they want to put the fireworks on the table. We want to go out and play the game and play some really good football. We think we've got some good hard footballers, and if they want to take on Sam Lonergan, then good luck to him. He's as tough as there is in the football field, and he can certainly look after himself. So, if that's what they're after, then yeah, good luck.
Do you like that, like the challenge of a team being physical, and do you think the boys respond well to that?
I like winning, that's what I like, and I like our players playing really well and giving a really competitive effort, which, at certain stages over the last 5 weeks we haven't been as good at. I think our game's got better over the last 2 weeks, and this is a huge challenge for us and our footy club to see whether we can handle losing a few games, players coming back, big MCG crowd, a game where there isn't much to come back from. You know, you've got to win this game, and that's a challenge. And you know, I think our guys are ready for it. I hope they're ready for it. And it's the way you want to play your footy. Big games in the MCG. That's what this club wants to be about, and it's here and ready for us.
Just on that, it's obviously been a pretty poor run recently. Joe's made some comments in regards to maybe the players haven't been involved with their decision making, really going out and attacking footy. How have you sort of seen maybe the mentality within the squad?
Yeah, I think our ball movement last week was a bit too conservative. You know, we certainly in that last quarter when we needed to free up and move the ball quickly, we played a pretty conservative brand of football with the ball, and that's disappointing that we did that. But that's also to do with having different players in the team. Like when you've got younger guys in the team who haven't played a lot of football, that can happen. I would expect tomorrow, with the experience we've got in the team, the quality we've got in the team, that we go and play the game and we play it in a very proactive manner.
Should Paddy straighten him up a little bit in that regard?
He should, yes, he should, and it's just great to have the big fella back. He's a great athlete, and I thought until he got hurt this year, he'd come a long way in his footy, and it's his first game back in 5 weeks, so we don't expect him to dominate the game, but we do expect him to put a really competitive effort out there, which I'm sure he will.
Some big innings for you guys, but big innings for them as well. Obviously, Chris Judd back.
Yeah, Chris Judd and Nick Duigan, who's had an impact over the last 2 years since he's been in the club, but good. Let's put their best players on the ground, let's put our best players on the ground and play a great game of football, because that's what I think it'll be.
Is he not going to get the goal or so?
There's a pretty good chance he'll play on Judd. I think that I suppose you've got Murphy, Judd, Scotland, Simpson, Yaron, Gibbs, all pretty good ball. Pretty good with the ball in their hands. They create a lot, so we need to work out which one of those guys or which couple of those guys that we put some time into and make sure that they don't run amok.
Colin Thompson said Monday night he feels this group hasn't yet learned to deal with pressure and also expectation. That's a fair comment.
I think until you get put in a position where there is pressure and expectation, it's very hard to learn to deal with it. And this group is a young group, developing group, hasn't played a lot of played 1 or 2 finals in 4 or 5 years, so there's not a lot of hasn't been a lot of expectation or pressure, but there is now, and we'll see how they deal with it tomorrow.
The way you played against Carlton last time got a bit of publicity, the way you sort of protected the outside responses and seemed to work really well. Can you do that again, or do you think they might be a bit more ready for it this time?
I think that the Carlton coaching staff are a very good coaching staff, and they're on the ball. They won't allow us to do what we did last time, so we have to change some things, and they're working 24 hours a day as we are to try and come up with a good game plan, and then we hope our players execute it. So I think if you go in with the same plan week after week, you're in a bit of trouble. Mizey, we're looking at Richmond, maybe Collingwood. So I think, he'll do a bit of running today, and then early next week, and we'll make a decision there. He's got a bit of a calf, which we don't. They're hard. You don't want to push them too hard. They jump on you. So we'll be pretty conservative with him. But hopefully, there's more of the year to play, and he's not right when we haven't got a season to play.
And this just Scott Gunn, I guess, with anyone, they worry a bit. Was it just a general sort of thing?
Yeah, Scotty's really good. We actually, if we had had a full squad last week, we probably would have left him out last week, just because he's had no pre-season. He's played 10 games in a row. There's no injury. It's just he's a little bit sore, in different areas because of the workload with no pre-season. So he'll play next week. But this week we just wanted to be pretty conservative with him. Done a magnificent effort to get back from what he's come back from, and it'd be a real pity to break him this close to the end of the season. So yeah, Scott's good, just generally sore.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.